Mathematicians,
That's me.
that is you. I'm really glad you guys are with me today. So we're going to do a little revisit on fractions and just coming right back to our thing about arrays that we talked about the last time for lesson 1 and lesson 2. Remember with arrays, there's columns and there's rows, right? And so if I'm looking at this shape right here, both of them, they're rectangular shapes. Basically, we know that when they're a rectangular shape, they could be in the shape of a square or a rectangle, and they have right angles. So if I'm looking at this shape right here, I can see that it has 1, 2, 3 rows. And let's count the columns. 1, 2, 3 columns. So I could write an addition for these, couldn't I? I could have 3 plus 3 plus 3, right? That would be, exactly, that would be 9. Or I could be adding my columns. 3 plus 3 plus 3. That's correct? So I could be writing mine as 3 plus 3 plus 3. That would be doing my rows, which equals 9. And the same thing for my columns. That would equal 9. Now, friends, if we wanted to extend this to multiplication, we know we have 1, 2, 3 groups of 3. So we would have 3 times 3 equals 9. There's that relationship that you'll start to see when you're thinking about arrays and when you're starting to think about adding equal groups. So friends, let's go back to this right here. Also on your work, you were asked to break this up into oftentimes 4 equal parts or 3 equal parts. If I had to break this up into 3 equal parts, that means 3 equal shares, I can see it this way and this way. And then I could even go like that. I'm going to shade in 1 of the 3 parts. Yep, I think a lot of you are saying, Mrs. Seitz, you could have done the same thing, but you could have done it a different way. Sure, I could have. Are you telling me that I could have even broken it up? Right, I could have broken it up. 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts. I could have done that and then shade in one of the 3. Did I do that pretty good? Nope, I did it upside down. Guys, help me. Hold on. 1 of the 3, right? That'd be 1 of the 3 equal parts. Let's look at this shape. Friends, if I look at this, I can see a row, a row, a row, and a row, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of them are rows. And how many columns do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. If I wanted to, I could break this up into 4 equal parts. Sure. I could go 1 part, 2 parts, and 3. I'll mix that better. Sometimes upside down is harder. 3, and then my 4th. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. They're equal shares. One of them is not more than the other. They're all equal. That's a big thing when we're talking about fractions. And if I had to shade in 1 of the 4, maybe I'll shade in this one. And now I have 1 of the 4, and I'm going to do it this way because I'm so bad upside down. 1 of the 4 parts. Yep. If I went as far, friends, and I shaded another one in, I hope you're yelling, that's 2. Now you've shaded 2 of the 4 parts. Can you see that number on the bottom? That's the number that's telling me how many equal parts there are. Friends, if I look at 2 over 4, 2/4, that's also the same as, and I don't want to blow your mind away, but that's also the same as 1/2. They are the same. I know, that's 3rd grade. That's 3rd grade fractions. Let's take ourselves right up here to the whiteboard, please. If we look up at the whiteboard, my friends, you will see that Mrs. Seitz even put up here some fractions for you. The biggest thing that I wanted you guys to take away from that lesson was for you to understand that we are taking a whole. We're taking one whole part, one whole thing, and we are then breaking it up into two equal parts when we make a half. So we've taken one whole thing, and we're breaking it up into two equal parts. That's what fractions are. They're equal parts, equal shares. I can say the same thing if I broke it up, let's say, into thirds. That would be 3 equal parts. Here's my picture of a pie. It was whole, and then I broke it up into 3 equal parts. Not one of these parts is greater. That's what makes it a fraction. Because it's like I've got this pie and I'm going to share it with Tommy and Sammy and me. We are all going to get 1/3. And my piece is not bigger than my brother's or Sam's. Let's look at it if I broke it up into fourths. Again, I'm taking a whole, like a whole stick of a candy bar. And I want to share it with 4 friends. Actually, I'm going to share it with 3 friends because I'm including myself. So 1 friend, another friend, and then there's me. I've taken this and broke it up into 4 equal parts, equal shares. If I, again, had a pie and I wanted to break it up so everybody got the same, then I would break it up into 4 equal parts. I saw some of you, when you were showing me your circle, and that's just an okay circle, and you were breaking it up like this. Does that look like Mrs. Seitz is making that into equal parts or equal shares? I hope you're saying no. That is not what you want to do. It has to be equal in order for it to be a fraction with equal shares. All right? Friends, I'm going to take out this activity, and a couple of you saw this activity in your book, and some of you did pretty good with it, and some of you were a little bit, you stopped. So let me move this down. And the reason why you stopped is you probably thought, I can't think of any other ways to break this down into 4 equal parts. That's okay, because we would have done this together in class. So friends, here are my squares. And I'm going to show you all the ways you can break up a square or a rectangle. So here we go. This way a lot of you did. You found that middle and then you broke them both those halves. So you got 4 parts. This is another way where you go to the corner to the middle. That's an equal part. Another equal part. Another equal part. And then another. This one was very familiar. We break it in half. And then we take this perfect half and separate it. And this perfect half and separate it. Here's where it got kind of very exciting. This one is even hard for me sometimes. We went up to the corner, to the middle, bring this down, and bring this up. That one actually is hard to see, but this is another way of doing it. This is actually a mistake right here. So I'm going to go like this. I don't like this one. I'm going to try that one another way. Please don't look at that. Are you looking at it? Stop looking at it. We're on video. All right, this is my other one. I didn't see anybody do this one. That's 4 equal parts. Here's another one. Break it down the middle. And then you go to the corner. You go to the corner. And here's my other one. We break it in the middle. And we go to the corner. And we go back up to that corner. Do you see those 4 equal parts? Different ways to do it? Don't look at that one. That one's a hard one. But I think I'm going to try it another time. Maybe you can try it at home. It's basically, I'm going to try one more time, Uncle Tommy. I'm just going to try. And this one went up and down. Do you think I got it, Tommy?
That looks pretty good.
I did it. You guys tried it at home. This one, this is not an easy one, but this one, if it's done correctly, it is 4 equal parts. I'm just going to put a sad face there. You know what? I make mistakes too. So you guys, this is a lot of fraction stuff. Again, this will get you ready for 3rd grade. In 3rd grade, you really go into fractions. We are dipping our toes into the deep end. I'm not going to make you swim in it right now, But right now I want you to play around in it and be safe with it. All right? So boys and girls, tell you what, this was a quickie. So mathematicians,
That's me.
that is you. You guys have a great day. See you later.